teachings of what that cause is. Right? What we're saying is the Quran is revealing about itself. Yeah. So, for example, where the Quran says Allah says to Jesus, "Did you tell them to worship yourself and your mother besides me?" Yeah, and that's basically the Quran taking a swipe at the Protestants and the Catholics, because the Protestants worship Jesus and the Catholics worship Mary. Yes. So that's both of them. Boom, boom. Right. But the point here is this. But the question that remains is Muhammad who he claimed to be? That's the pinnacle. And that's what the book is about. Because you can accept the existence of an atheist can accept the existence of a first cause, an uncaused cause, without committing to anything. Without committing to any hocus pocus, or they can just accept that. That's fine, bang. But if Muhammad is telling the truth, then you've got to accept that.
And then you'll go into the motives of
a deist and a theist, right? Was a deist and a theist?
Yeah, atheist, deist, theist.
I know atheist and a theist.
A deist is someone who believes in a deity, a creator,
a non-personal,
but doesn't believe it has any connection to creation. Okay. No guidance, no messengers, no nothing. Just created us
like
and
a
let it go.
spiritualist, it believes in a bigger thing, but without any.
Basically, no guidance, no interference.
Yeah.
And then a theist.
A theist is someone who believes in the obviously theology that God has sent guidance to mankind and such through messengers.
Okay, a religion.
Yeah.
So spiritualist would be
we had a guy
deist.
today, a Druze guy.
They don't have a. They don't.
And it was.
Or a bigger entity, but without knowing what that is.
He was saying that Islam is a locked box. He says you're like a mafia, right? And he said because you that's it. You won't believe anything else. You're stuck in that. You won't reform. You won't do nothing. Right?
Anyone can join that.
No. But what he's saying is, he's talking about evolving from that, right? So I said to him, look, it's very, very simple. Yeah, but I said to him, it's very, very simple. Islam is a locked box. It is a locked box. But I've got the key for you. Yeah, and I'm going to give you the key. And if you can unlock the box, unlock the box. Because I believe the Quran is the word of Allah, which makes Islam true. Alright. I believe the Quran is the word of Allah because I believe Muhammad is a messenger of Allah. Now if you want to unlock the box, just convince me he's not. If you convince me Muhammad is not a messenger of God, then that will also convince me that the Quran is not a book of God, which will then convince me that Islam is not a religion of God, and then you can bring your hocus pocus, whatever you want to bring. Bismillah. Irony is, he's a Jerusalem. I said, do you believe Muhammad is a messenger of God? He said, yes. I said, so you're done. So you just look at yourself.
Which one is that?
It's a Jeru guy. We did a long video.
But not the final prophet.
No, he believes there's a prophet after him, right? Yeah. So when I was asking, do you believe Muhammad's a messenger of God, Allah, he was ducking and diving, right? Saying, well, you believe he is, so yeah. I said, no, do you believe it? Then he speaks about a prophet after Muhammad called Hamza, right? I said, so I said, did Hamza believe Muhammad's a messenger of God? He went, yeah. So what are you hesitating for? Your prophet believes it. Subhanallah. You shouldn't mock, but this is the crazy place.
That's brilliant.
Bro, it's comedy, man.
Yeah, okay, well.
But the irony is this, he said, I'm going to bring the evidence, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But look, they don't get it.
That's brilliant.
It don't matter what you believe if it cannot be reconciled with Islam. Because I believe Islam is the truth. And anything contrary to Islam isn't the truth. The only way you can unlock the box is take Islam from me, and then. So this is what I was saying to you, when you speak to people, when I speak to Christians, I don't try and say to a Christian, Islam is true because of this, that, and the other. I first say to them, why do you believe Christianity is true? I want to take that away from them, take them back to being a deist, and then they'll say to me, why do you believe what you believe then? And then I present Islam, alhamdulillah, without book, inshallah.
That's why I think sometimes you get a bit agitated or a bit aggravated or a bit angry. It's because they try and dodge your questions.
I just pin them, and it looks like I'm being belligerent when I'm not.
Yeah, they try and dodge your questions. That's when you start to raise your voice and they get a bit agitated.
I only care what Jesus taught.
When people are a bit more transparent or translucent.
I think for me, when I used to watch Shiaf Dawah, so you have Hamza and you have Abbas and Imran, all different perspectives. I would say Abbas presents the truth
beautifully. So I'd say Hamza slaps you with it.
Yeah.
And some people out there need a slap.
Yeah.
Some people need to be told in a nice way, cozy.
Yeah.
For some people, and I was actually one of those, that needs to watch it and go, yo, what? This is serious.
Hamza hits.
Because I wouldn't have listened to
That's
someone
what
going,
hit you.
it's beautiful.
What was it that hit you? Something hit you, didn't it? When I said it to you. What was it? I remember you went. What? Oh no, I sent you the.
I would say more effective.
Truth for the life.
videos.
Truth for the life.
Videos, yeah.
I would say you're more effective.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
It depends on the person.
More effective.
It depends on the person.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like I did with Jordan. I have this methodology because some people don't realise why they need to be a Muslim. So intellectually they might think it, but as I said this before, the hearts and the desires are resistant. So I'll be honest with you, that was me. Before I became a Muslim, I've been convinced Islam was true.
You didn't want to be.
But my nafs was like, nah, I ain't having that.
Do you remember those days vividly?
I know everything, mate. So my nafs are saying to me, were bullying me, if you like. Yeah. So my nafs are saying like, where are you going to live? If you become Muslim now, you're going to have to move out of this house because you can't stay with your girlfriend and this and that.
Your wife kicked you out.
No. I would have to leave if she didn't marry me. She was my girlfriend.
So you broke up. Why? Because you became Muslim.
Yes. So basically,
Seriously?
yes.
Well, you said that one before. You seriously broke up because you became a Muslim.
Yes.
So what did she dislike about that?
Do you know what my daughters do brought up as Muslims?
So do you? Oh, that's tough.
It is what it is. People break up for all sorts of reasons. Sometimes, see what happens. You see.
So you've left your children as well.
Yeah, with their mother. Where's the best place for their children? Their mother.
So you still keep in contact.
No, they don't want to talk to me.
They don't want to talk to you
They're 21 and 22.
because you're a Muslim.
Well, look, there's something in this world called parental alienation syndrome. So when the absent parent is demonized by the family and the parent they're with.
That's the same as my dad.
Yeah. So they can tell them many stories about me. And the irony is this, you see, some of the stories you could tell about me, I'd slap myself. Logically. That makes sense. Yeah, I would slap myself. Yeah, I know I was like that. Yeah, I know I did this. Yeah, I know I did that. But I ain't that person no more.
Yeah, my dad wasn't around when I was 7. That was because obviously I'm Iraqi. I think that was a bit of a situation.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
So I think he came here to do his masters and PhD in Exeter University, but then got deported.
Right.
I think he got deported. I'm not quite sure. I was young.
Okay.
I don't really know. I've got no explanation. But we did alienate our
Of course you will.
because he wasn't around.
You can say what you like about him.
Even though it wasn't his fault.
Yeah. No, the irony is this. I embraced Islam. My girlfriend didn't want to be a Muslim. She didn't have to be a Muslim. Just marry me. Just be married to me. Islamically. No, not even a register office or nothing.
It doesn't have to be a Muslim.
Just marry me. Islamically, I'm a Muslim now. I believe this thing is true. So we need to live together, and I can't live with you. I can't live in sin, as they call it in Christianity. Yeah, I can't live in the same property as you if I'm not married to you.
Yeah.
Because you're not mahram for me. You're not.
So you would you have allowed her to drink alcohol and be poor?
Say it again. Sorry. Yeah, girlfriend. She was my girlfriend at the time.
All he's expecting was her to marry them. Shouldn't have to.
No, he didn't want to.
Because here's the thing, you see, and it's like, no, she doesn't have to be.
No, she don't have to. No,
I think she was Catholic. All she needs to do is.
These things were being discussed, right?
Say it again. Sorry.
Now, one of the other fundamental things.
Why? Because she was
no, she didn't want him. She didn't want him because
you know this Me Too. Have you heard this Me Too, isn't it? About women being touched by strange men and being alone with men and all this business. Yeah. In Islam, a Muslim man cannot be alone with a woman who's not related to him through marriage or through daughter or mother or whatever. Yeah, so he can never be accused of date rape, or nor can a woman get put in a position of danger.
They wanted to make it halal and get married to her.
Do you understand that reason?
Because he was preaching that
she didn't.
No. She doesn't have to be a Muslim. She doesn't have to be a Muslim. See, look, I'll make it easy. Obviously, I'd wanted to be a Muslim eventually, because I believe Islam is the best way to live, obviously. So I'd want my girlfriend, my wife, she would be, and my daughters to be Muslims. But a flower don't grow in a day. But the first step would have to be, I need to be allowed to be in a room together with her. Be halal for her. You understand?
Paul is being told to do
this.
After 10 weeks of me trying to persuade her, I'd left, but I was still communicating with her. And I said to her, she said, my family said they'll disown me if I do it. So her family threatened her if she married me. They would disown her. So I said to her, look, your family are going to die one day, and then what? And then she turned around to me and said, what if you die? I was like, you know what, that's fair. So she made her decision. Then alhamdulillah, I went to Morocco, got married, been married now 18 years, alhamdulillah.
But that's what you believe today.
So, you know,
I might go down that route as well.
inshallah. So the point here is this: before you're a Muslim, you have a certain set of values.
Me and you, Jordan. Let's go.
Just a second. And you have a certain set of values, and you have things in your life which are most important, and you have things in your life which you don't even think about. When you embrace Islam and you take on this new set of values, that goes topsy-turvy. So things you didn't even care about become the most important, and things you thought were so important, you don't care about no more. Do you understand? Now the problem is, when you're with somebody whose values haven't changed, their values are still the same, but yours have gone upside down now. So where you thought you were compatible, now you're no longer compatible.
It is permissible for a Muslim man to marry a Catholic.
Yeah, Christian woman, no problem. The irony is this: he can't marry an atheist. He can only marry a Christian woman, a Jew or a Christian. People are the both, because she believes in the existence of a God and such. You get me? So there's a start point, if you like, some common ground. So that's you know.
That's the only bit I wanted to